Welcome to CFC Fan TV. We are here at the beautiful Quartieri on Kilburn High Road. Make sure that you check out this restaurant. It is glorious. In fact, you can tell how glorious it is because I couldn't wait. Sophie was a bit late, so I've had to tuck into my arancini balls, pizza, everything before she's even got here because I'm celebrating. Chelsea were fantastic yesterday, weren't they?
We were so good. It's actually quite nice. I've actually predicted 3-0 and everyone heard it because I did it live. So
well done.
It was such a good game. I knew we could get a win there and I knew we could keep a clean sheet because I actually quite like Southampton as a football club. I think they've done so well to stay up in the Premier League ever since they came up, and they've had some very good sides over the last few years.
Produced some brilliant players, haven't you?
Yeah.
When you look through the years, it's Bale, Walcott,
even when
Klein.
I remember that period where they sold most of their players to Liverpool, and they still managed to have a good season. I just think this season hasn't gone well for them, and I do think it will pick up, but just not quite yet.
It's Mark Hughes, isn't it?
Yeah, not at this start of the season. So I was thrilled with that, and I have to say we did a poll on Twitter. We did it on both of mine and the CFC account, and the majority of you, we did man of the match, and we did it between Hazard, Barkley, Kepa, or somebody else. And the majority of you thought Hazard. Now, I'm not criticising Hazard because, of course, he is our number one. But I thought Barkley deserved it yesterday. I thought he was brilliant.
I thought David Luiz was brilliant yesterday as well.
Oh yeah. There's quite a few contenders, and
we played brilliantly, didn't we? We were great.
But
throughout.
there always would be in a 3-0 win because you've kept a clean sheet. There's obviously stand-up play. Well, the goalkeeper's obviously played a part in that, and Kepa's made some fantastic saves yesterday, and fans are buzzing about that, and they think he's money well spent, and he's winning the fans over very, very quickly. I mean, you can give it to any one of the players on the pitch. So I just went for Bartley because I think Sarri obviously likes him, which I think is brilliant because Conte didn't really give him much of a run in last season. And I actually think that it's nice that we've got that position in the middle where we can rotate it between Kovacic and Barkley because they're both fantastic players. And I thought it was the perfect game for him. And I think you could see when he celebrated his goal how much he really wants to prove himself here. And I think actually from that game, I'd be very surprised if he wasn't in the starting lineup for Man United because I think he's earned his place, and I think Sarri will be thinking, okay, I don't really want to change it up too much, but
I disagree.
Like Kovacic. What do you think he'll go back in?
I thought he was brilliant, Barkley, and I think it's so refreshing to have a midfielder whose first thought is get in the box, try and score a goal, get on the end of something. And actually, you can see how brilliant Ross Barkley is because when you watch Everton play, they're really missing him. They've got Sigurdsson, but they really do need a player like Barkley. So I'm really, really pleased that we signed him and it's going so well for him. But as much as I love Barkley, I think Kovacic is a different level to him. I really do.
Well, I just think I think they're just two different.
They're very different, of course.
Players,
they're very different, of course. But effectively, you have to choose one.
Well, Kovacic is more flicks and turns and does those little things that maybe most players are too scared to try. But I think Barkley offers something different. I like the fact that we have both the option, and I now would go as far as saying I fully trust Sarri in either one that he chooses for either game. It wouldn't worry me if I saw Barkley on the pitch. The only time I ever worry with Barkley coming on was the fact I don't think Barkley is a very good sub player to bring on in the 80th minute in a game like the Chelsea-Liverpool game. I think it was far too. Too tight. Yeah, and also as well, those games you tactically have to get it spot on. I don't see bringing on a player like Barkley, 10 minutes towards the end would do us any favours. I think that was more because obviously something happened with Kovacic. I'm not sure, but that's the only time I think his starting lineup.
Morata scored 2 goals in 2 games.
Yeah.
Has that changed your thoughts?
I saw what you put on Twitter because somebody said, "Where's your Morata agenda?" No.
I got loads of grief about that.
Listen, the thing is about you guys is that we can be very we can be too critical and we get told off, and then we're too nice and it's don't be so stupid. He's
you
only
can't please
played
all
one
the
game.
people all the time.
No, exactly. So yes, you can tell in Morata's face that he's really trying hard and he really wants to score goals and he really wants to find his form. No, I don't think anybody doubts that. I'm just saying that his style of play, the way he plays football, I think number one to play for Chelsea Football Club is probably one of the hardest clubs to play for in the world because you not only have it's so hard to get in the starting 11. It's no matter how long you've been at the club. Even when I think Mourinho came back, do you remember he took JT out of the team for a little bit? It doesn't matter how long you've been at the club. It's who's the best on that day. So it's going to be hard regardless. And I don't know if Morata is the sort of player that would be. I don't know if feisty is the right word, but he's not strong enough to be in the starting 11 every single week.
Who starts against Man United up front?
Giroud.
Who starts against Manchester United up front? Can you comment below and let us know? Because I am actually unsure now.
Really? Oh, don't be so stupid.
Look,
but I think Morata again.
2 goals in 2 games versus a striker who hasn't scored all season.
Listen, the striker position in a big game, in our derbies, in our games against the top four, doesn't worry me too much in terms of substituting if things are going wrong, because that part of the field isn't going to affect things as much. So if things aren't going well with Giroud, we bring Morata on. I don't think it affects the play too much. If the situation was a Morata in the middle, like a Kante situation, then yeah, I'd be a little bit worried. But yeah, do us a favour, comment below. Who would you like to start against United? Okay, next up then is Manchester United. One of my friends in Vegas is a United supporter, and he says they're just shocking at the moment, to put it politely. I know good result, yeah, but against Newcastle.
Troubles me a bit, these kind of results. Troubles me. Because I think that that kind of result, not necessarily the result, not the 3 points, not beating Newcastle, but the manner in which it happened, I feel that can be a kind of something, the sort of result that can galvanise an entire club. The supporters were going mad. They were chanting for Mourinho. Mourinho seemed to be back to his best. He was running down the touchline at half time to try and invigorate his team, and the players responded. And I'm worried slightly that they could use that result as a springboard. I am, however, very pleased. It's not often I say this, but I'm very pleased that there's an international break between us playing them and that result.
Of course, because
so hopefully they lose a bit of momentum. So I was disappointed, but. You know,
I think it's always going to be a tough game. Even for me with West Ham, even though they were doing so badly, and then we went and got a draw there. You could see the minute they picked up a little bit of form against Everton, was it the week before that?
Yeah, they beat Everton away.
Making sure I'm right there. I knew it was going to be a tough game. So this is always going to happen to us. It's just our luck, and teams will find form just before they play us. But I wouldn't be surprised if we beat United. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't see us losing against them, from being honest. But a draw wouldn't shock me, because I think at the moment, don't forget, I can't remember the last time we had this many big games all towards the start of it. I mean, Arsenal played 2 of their biggest games. We've played a biggest game. I think it's all within this first month.
But we're quite we're in October now.
Yeah, I feel maybe it is.
You know, we're 20% into the season now.
Well, yeah, 20% though, yeah. But no, I mean, listen, I'm looking forward to our Spurs game. Yes. Eventually.
Yeah, which could be their first game in the new stadium.
Yeah.
But concentrating on United, to go 2-0 down, Kennedy scored, our boy, put Newcastle United up. It is huge to come back in that circumstance and win it in the last minute the way they did. Sanchez scoring, it does trouble me. And also, when you think about the styles of football, you think about the way that Mourinho's played, you know, we're so familiar with it. Think of Sarri's system. I could just imagine Mourinho setting up 2 banks of 4. You know, he's going to have Fellaini playing. He'll probably play Herrera, who man-marked Hazard that year. I'm worried about this game already. It's not for 2 weeks, and I'm so worried.
But we've had a fantastic start to the season. Even the year we won the league, we didn't start performing well until until about now. So we went to Hull away, didn't we? We're still unbeaten. We still haven't lost a game yet. Our only draw is against West Ham, and let's not forget, Sarri's style of football Mourinho hasn't faced that yet. So I don't think we need to be too worried here, Rory, about United. Next up then is Arsenal. They won 5-1 against Fulham. I don't know what to say. I'll start off with Fulham before we have to praise Arsenal a little bit, because they obviously are on a bit of a running streak. I don't remember the last time Arsenal scored 5 goals in a game.
But probably against us. Against us.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But it has been a long time. It's been a few years since we've had a result like that. Okay, we'll start with Arsenal. I think Emery's doing a great job. I think you definitely wouldn't have seen these results under Arsene Wenger. I think they're a completely, not different team, but I think they've definitely got to kick up the arse.
It's being sublime against average teams is what Arsenal do.
Yeah, well. I mean, like I say, I think Arsenal's test will come later on in the season. I don't think they'll be able to keep this run of form up.
They got goal of the season.
I know, but I don't see.
You will never see a better goal scored than that.
I don't.
Genuinely. Well. I've had a big fallout with a friend. Can somebody help me settle this? Actually, genuinely.
Who is it?
If a mate of mine seems to think that Daniel Sturridge's goal against us was a better goal than Aaron Ramsey's goal against Fulham, can you just comment below, confirm that I am in fact correct, and a team goal that finishes with an extravagantly ruthless back heel finish is a better goal than a long shot from 35 yards. Just tell me I'm correct, please, because I can't have my mate there.
And I only just.
Would you prefer a team goal or a long shot?
A Chelsea goal. Okay, now we're going to move on to Liverpool City. Rory's not going to let me get on with the rest of what I want to say before he talks about his mate.
It's the best clip ever. Do you know what? I'm just going to play it. Watch this.
Oh my God, 13 years of waiting at Anfield for a league win. 13 years. And it's Riyad Mahrez, record signing. What a way to introduce yourself to City faithful. What a way if you bend this top corner.
So full credit to Lawrence Berry for letting us show that clip. He's your friend, is it?
I love it. I love him. I think he's very funny. But that clip is hilarious, isn't it? It is so funny. I've watched it about, if you look, I think it's got like a few million views.
Well,
on
first
Twitter.
of all,
I couldn't stop watching it.
I caught the end of that game. I'm only really interested in, I love Chelsea, so I'm only really interested in what Chelsea, but I do like to see what our competition are up to. And the last few minutes of that game, when he had the penalty, and I think, was it Jesus, is that how you say it?
Yeah,
he
perfect.
wanted to, that's my salad. He wanted to take it, but Mahrez was like, no, I'm not in an aggressive way, but he was like, no, I want to take it. But Mahrez's record for penalties isn't really that great. He's missed quite a few. I think out of 10, he's missed more than Hazard. Let's put it that way.
3 out of 5, I think.
Yeah, so he's missed quite a lot. So why he would think in a big game like that, when your mate, who clearly to me would have put that in the back of the net, he wouldn't let him take it. That's his own fault, and he'll learn from that. I think John Stone said after that he's been practicing them all week and they've all gone in. But I mean, I don't think that really matters in a big game. I think if your mate's saying he wants to take it, then you trust in that, and your egos should be let go. Not that I know much about the situation, but that's just what I saw.
The one thing I took from that game.
Can I tell you my stat first? That was a 0-0. They're the two top teams. The big games between us. We've played our game against Liverpool. That was a draw. Why are we not spoken about like Liverpool and City are? I don't understand it. I'm very confused. We've drawn. They've drawn. What's the difference?
I think because for Manchester City are most likely to drop points at one stadium, and that is Anfield. The fact that they've gone there, haven't been beaten, they've got it out the way, they're still joint top.
But they drew against Wolves.
They're joint top.
I think we'll get a result.
I think the reason that people are looking at that as being a positive result for City, despite Mahrez's miss, is because they've played their hardest game, and they're still top. Like for Man City, Liverpool away is the worst game they're going to play.
I mean, I did say, not in this, but I did say before the game, I would have preferred Liverpool to win, because I think that Liverpool will drop points further throughout the season as well. I think
Man City are better than them.
Man City are more likely to just score 5 goals against Cardiff and so God knows whatever else. But but if anything, they both drop points. We're all on 20 points now, around that mark, aren't we? On the Premier League table. So on the Premier League table, Premier League table, whatever. So I don't really. Honestly, it really actually does annoy me, the fact that we're not spoken about in a similar light. We're playing very exciting football.
We're the only side that are undefeated.
We're the only side that. It's just really.
In all competitions.
It's in all competitions. Yeah, it's very annoying. I find it very annoying. But if they want us to be the underdogs, then that's fine. But I do think everyone's so much more critical over Chelsea. It's so.
I don't think we're being
ridiculous.
taken seriously. I don't think people think we can win the league. That's what it is. I think
it's
people
bizarre
think.
to me though. But then our record says different. Hazard's on fire. I haven't seen him play like this. Our players. It's not like we started off with a team that hadn't really played this style of football, hadn't played together before, have not lost a game this season, are playing great football, and are only getting better. We're not seeing it go backwards, are we?
So I cannot argue with the word you just said.
Oh, that was a bit
First
aggressive.
time ever.
Okay, so now we have to discuss the bottom of the table, and we should probably start with Tottenham. No, I don't mean like that. I mean, they only had a 1-0 win at the weekend. I thought that was pretty poor from them, really.
Yeah, it wasn't the best result. The game will forever be remembered, by me at least, for the worst foul I've ever seen. Have you seen that, Joe Rules?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's unbelievable. Lucas Moura knocks the ball past him, he's gone. Right, the ball's over there.
Did he get sent off?
He did.
Right.
But
good.
rather than just clipping him, which is perfectly, anyone who's played football will tell you, you can clip someone, take the booking, everybody agrees it's fine. Literally does a wrestling move on him, just pole vaults into him, takes him out, could have injured the player seriously. It's ridiculous from Cardiff. Neil Warnock then comes out to defend it. Have you heard his logic for defending it?
Go on.
He went, this is a quote, I don't quite understand how it's a sending off. He hasn't killed anybody. But you don't have to murder someone to be sent off.
Yeah, what's he talking about?
But Tottenham, another victory. They troubling you at all?
No, again, I don't see it.
Tottenham and Arsenal are giving me a real problem.
But that's probably the worst result we've seen against Cardiff from the top 4 sides, if you want to put it in that context. City beat them 5-0, we beat them 4-1. Have they played Liverpool yet? I'm not sure, but I mean, I'm honestly not worried. I'm telling you who I'm worried about, and obviously that is our main competition. That's Liverpool and City. and the other teams that we sort of seem to struggle against sometimes. But I don't really
Cardiff
know.
down?
Cardiff are 100% going down. I'll tell you why. It's not. I do believe that teams can turn it around and get better results towards the. Why are you laughing at me?
I could do that for one.
No, you can't, Rory.
Carry on.
At the end of this video, also, we're going to do a new application. So someone to take Rory's place because he's leaving. He's leaving the channel. So the next team that I think are going down is going to be Fulham. Unless they change their manager. You don't think so? If they change their manager, I'm all for them staying up. But Huddersfield and Cardiff are 100%. They're off. I'm sorry. Huddersfield's time is up. Great step last season. Thanks for coming, but it's time to leave now.
You know the problem with Fulham? I want them to go down, by the way, Fulham. I always like them to come up, and then I always like them to go down, because my friend's a Fulham fan.
Oh.
I just think that they're going to be too good. Like, there's so many bad teams in the league this year. So they only need to be the 4th worst team, and I think that there are 3 teams worse than them.
Okay.
Because Cardiff are gone. Huddersfield are gone.
So who's the last, you're saying?
I think that I'm not quite sure.
Newcastle could be in trouble.
Newcastle could be in trouble. Southampton could be in trouble. But Brighton. But I just think that Fulham will have a little bit more about them. I feel that, you know, if it was really necessary, Fulham could take 7 points from 9. Whereas I don't think any of the others could take 3 points from 9.
So there you have it. There's our Premier League pizza roundup for this week. Comment below. We asked you, who do you want to start against United? Is it Morata or is it Giroud? Who do you think is going to go down? We ask you this every week. I seem to think it changes depending on the results. And anything else?
No, I think you've nailed it.